I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the brewery lovers. We spent some time in Seattle. Boy, Seattle's nice.
It's such a pretty city.
It's just beautiful. It's tidy and, I don't know, the architecture,
Bikeable.
very bikeable, very walkable.
The architecture is really interesting, and you have everything, Mount Rainier and the mountains on the other side, what are they called?
Olympics or
Olympics
Cascades?
or Cascades are on the other side. It's just gorgeous.
Can't always see Mount Rainier, we learned.
No, we saw Mount Rainier every day we were there.
Yeah, but sometimes...
And then we found out that that's not that common.
No, it only happens for so many days
About
a year.
95 days of the year that it's clear enough that you can see Mount Rainier.
I don't think it ever rained when we were in Seattle.
I don't think it did. And it didn't blow up.
You mean
it could erupt at any moment.
You mean Mount Rainier?
Mount Rainier.
Yeah, Mount Rainier could go at any moment.
Yeah.
We were prepared for rain in Seattle. Didn't get a drop.
Yep. No, my sister bought a new raincoat. She wore it, but she didn't need to have it because of rain.
Very lucky. We got rain in Washington, but not in Seattle, so that was fortuitous. But anyway, we found some great breweries. The other cool thing about Seattle is the neighborhoods. It's like a lot of big American cities. The neighborhoods all have kind of a unique character.
Identity, vibe.
So we did downtown. We did the touristy stuff, of course. The Space Needle.
Which was so fun. The Space Needle, the Chihuly glass gardens.
The fish market,
We did a boat.
We did a boat ride, all that stuff.
But the library.
The library was pretty spectacular. Yeah.
Doesn't everybody go to libraries when they go on vacation?
I forgot about the library.
If you go to Seattle, visit
go to
the library.
That's the bottom line. We did breweries in neighborhoods. We did Ballard and Fremont.
Mm-hmm. We did a couple downtown.
Did we do some downtown?
We did. I don't think it's in the video.
Oh, they're not in the video. Yeah, they didn't make the video. We were tired. We were doing like the tourist stuff.
We were,
hiking 1,000,000 miles a day.
Yes.
But Seattle's just a beautiful place. It's got a little bit of everything, a lot of character. We only scratched the surface. Here's Stoop, which is in Fremont. We weren't planning to go to Stoop, however. We were planning to go to
Urban Family.
Yeah, which is right across the street.
Stoop is right across the street, and it's a great brewery.
Well, we might as well try it. And it was fun. We had a good time.
It was.
Beer was solid. Really nice.
Put a sticker on the wall.
Yeah, we did put a sticker on the wall. A lot of outdoor space. Here's the sticker wall. They had a great sticker wall.
They did.
By the way. And we got permission, by the way. We didn't just stick stickers on the wall.
We never do that. We always ask.
The bartender said, put it on the wall. Beers were really solid. It was a fun place. Across the street is Urban Family, and really highly rated brewery. Beth does an amazing job finding these places. And speaking of beer,
can I open this, please? This is not a Seattle beer.
Speaking of beer, you got beer?
All the Seattle beer.
Wait, show it before you.
Is gone.
Wait, where's this from?
Montana.
Montana. Okay.
Little bit of a giveaway that sometimes the preparation, the editing of the video doesn't coincide with where we actually are.
Sometimes, it's one of those. Look at the top. It's one of those pull tabs.
Oh, these are hard to pour.
You want me to do it?
No, I can do it.
All right. Okay, let's watch Beth open
This
it.
is,
Let's watch
it's
Beth
like a
open
much
the hard
larger mouth thing.
It's like a tuna can. That's what it is.
It is.
Wait, put it on camera.
Yeah, I'm moving my computer. Your computer might get a shower, but mine's not. I don't know what the allure of this is.
Well, it's because then you can drink it out of the can like it's a glass.
I guess, but I don't know. This is a big can to drink out of a can. So then, see, look how big this is.
Yeah, it is really like a tuna can.
So instead of having like a pouring area, I know. You have this great big mouth.
Put it in camera, please. No, the can.
Okay.
I'll do the other one.
Okay.
So here's the trick. You gotta move your elbow. Sorry, Beth. If you move your elbow.
If you're pouring coffee, it'll give you the same lecture.
Don't twist your wrist. You gotta do the elbow thing. Then you won't spill. That's a nice looking beer.
It is. It smells amazing.
Very malty. What is it?
It's Old Bull fashioned, 7.6%. That's all it says.
Oh, we don't know the style.
I can't even remember.
It's really malty. Oh, you know what this is? This is their bourbon barrel aged. That's why it's called Old Fashioned.
Okay.
Because
it was
bourbon
in a
barrel aged.
bourbon barrel.
Yeah.
It's so fragrant.
That's nice. Whiskey barrel, vanilla, bourbon.
Oh my gosh.
That was a cute little brewery, a subject of another video in Missoula, I think, Montana. Am I wrong?
I think so.
Anyway, back
Sounds
to
right.
Seattle. We're so easily distracted by
We are
beer.
by the beer.
Here's Urban Family, kind of a sleek vibe. It was interesting. Spacemen and rockets. Cute little brewery. They have a small foeder. Foeder will come up later. A foeder is a beer barrel for aging beer. It's that big barrel there, barrel-looking thing. And that'll come up later.
Nice upstairs. We sat upstairs. We
Beers
could see
were-
Stoop across the street.
Yeah, literally. Beers were solid.
They had a little game. The
Beers with Ballard.
Yeah. There was like 6 or 7 breweries in the neighborhood called Ballard.
Yeah.
The rules were too difficult. We didn't play.
We didn't play. Definitely a beer destination. Seattle's got some great breweries.
Definitely.
Here's Rubens. Fremont? Ballard? We don't know.
Ballard. This is why I have to question myself, because Fremont and Ballard are neighborhoods that are adjacent to each other.
Right near each other.
We thought we were in Ballard, or we thought we were in Fremont. We were in Ballard.
So we went to Rubens, and the next day, Rubens won an award in the World Beer Cup.
Yes.
You're going to tell them about the World Beer Cup?
Let me get my World Beer Cup notes.
Okay. She's got notes.
So, World Beer Cup happens once a year, obviously. This year, there were 1,761 breweries and cideries in the competition from 49 different countries. So, this is a big deal.
It really is a world competition, right?
There were
International.
there was 265 judges from 37 countries, and 112 beer styles, different categories. I went through. We sat and watched a good part of it while we were sitting in one of the breweries.
Beth was
I was live streaming the
on her
awards.
phone.
So, and then I went back and I looked at all the winners, and we've been to 30 of them,
30 World Beer Cup winners.
which is still a minuscule percentage. But still.
True. But here's what was fun in Seattle. We went to Rubens, and the next day they won a World Beer Cup award. Then, well, we'll wait for the video.
Okay.
We're teasing what's going to happen next. Here's Rubens.
Oh, the drama.
Rubens was great. Really a
And we did trivia.
fun place, comfortable, big.
Really big and really busy.
There's a lot of like old fish warehouses and marine stuff in Seattle.
Yeah.
So you see all these wood rafters, probably some kind of old wooden.
Look at all
who
those
knows, fish.
awards.
Yeah, lots of awards. This is a very well decorated brewery. Lots of stuff on tap. All of them were the ones we tried were all right down the middle. And here's trivia. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was bedlam. It was really crowded. They have a really enthusiastic trivia following.
Yeah.
And beers were really superb, and they used the right glassware, which is also kind of cool. I always respect breweries that take the time and expense to do that.
Yep.
Here's Fair Isle. Okay, so this is what we talked about a little bit before. We were at Fair Isle during the World Beer Cup, and they were. What happened?
They won.
They won, like, while we were sitting there. Not quite. I think they had just won, maybe. Doesn't matter, like, within minutes. Really interesting place. This place is all about the wood. You can see all the barrels. This is a Saison sour farmhouse kind of place, and the beers were really good. It's not Beth's cup of tea, but they were really
Not my
good.
favorite, but everything is wonderful.
Yeah, good stuff. Saison, a couple of lagers, a Keller beer. That you don't see that every day. That's where basically they tap the fermenter and give it to you right from the fermenter. So it's a little bit rough around the edges and very yeasty. Sometimes it's interesting. But it was fun to walk in there and say, "Hey, congratulations on World Beer Cup!"
Yeah.
And here's the foeder. Any wood barrel will wear out. It's like a tea bag. You can dunk it a couple of times maybe, but after a while, it's not going to work. The flavor and aroma notes that you're getting out of the wood eventually dissipate. So what do you do with an old fooder? This place turned it into a booth.
Which was so cute.
Yeah, I never saw that before.
No, never seen that anywhere.
That was really clever. We're bouncing around a little because we kind of put these in order of how we liked them.
Yeah.
And this was my favorite.
Which was really hard to calibrate.
Really hard. They were all excellent.
Because they were all great.
This was my favorite of the bunch, which is obviously in Fremont. Fremont Brewing. And it was a beautiful, what a garden. My goodness.
Gorgeous garden,
Yeah.
right across the street from the water. The interior space was beautiful.
Yep.
The
Lot of wood,
fireplace, the chalkboard seating.
They had these chalkboards on bleacher seating, so you could like draw pictures and write your name and stuff, which I imagine the kids get a kick out of.
Yeah.
There were no kids when we went because it was early, but I thought that was a clever idea.
Yeah, if you had a group, it would just be a fun place to hang out.
Fire's going, just a nice place, and the beer was right down the middle.
Perfect.
Just completely, just really, really, really good. So this is
And again, really appropriate glassware.
Yeah, it was. But look at all there's hops and tomatoes, and they had Swiss chard going, all kinds of stuff.
There was all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Really a pretty place. This is a satellite of Cloudburst, which is not, Cloudburst is in...
This isn't the mothership.
Yeah, it's not the mothership. So Cloudburst in...
But this one had parking.
They did. This is in Ballard. Ballard is kind of a more industrial, maybe, than Fremont. There's big dry docks there for huge fishing vessels.
And the locks.
The locks, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll throw some of that video in.
Yeah.
Tell them about the lock. That's really fascinating.
There's a lake, and then there's the bay,
Puget Sound.
And they're not on the same level.
The lake is higher because it's mountainous.
So ships and boats, yachts, sailboats, in order to get from one location to the other, they got to use the locks.
And it's a gravity lock. It's really interesting. There's no pumps. They basically built a dam, and the lock has two chambers basically. And when one is low, the other one's high, and then when the other one's high, they go back and forth. It's really fun to watch because unlike you've been to Panama, I haven't.
Yeah, I've been to the Panama Canal. So the boat comes in, and it needs to get up here. So they fill it with water, and the boat lifts, and then they open this gate, and the boats go this way. And then the boats that are up high come in to the lock, and this is closed, and they're at this level, and they drain it.
But you said...
And then they go out.
You said you thought this was more interesting than Panama.
It was smaller. Like in Panama, it's freighter ships and cruise ships. This was more human size. We could see people on the decks of their boats and
all kinds of boats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like antique tugboats, sailboats, yachts, you name it. It was fun. It was really an interesting place. I think I got sunburned. We were out there so long.
I didn't want to leave until I saw a whole process.
But yeah, that was really, really interesting and well worth it. This is not far from the locks, Cloudburst, in Ballard. And boy, do these guys know how to make beer. My goodness. It was just superb. And we never saw this before. They just used the old brown
like
paper.
Craft paper.
Yeah, roll for beer boards. So simple. I guess the only problem is when you need to make a change. You got to kind of have to do the whole thing over.
I guess.
But we never saw this before, and we thought it was really interesting. They had some interesting beers, a lot of IPAs, so that was right up our alley. And boy, were they good.
Yep.
They
also received
yeah.
winners at...
I think we were there when they got
I
it.
was sitting there live streaming it, and I ran up to the beer tender, and I said, "Oh my God, you just won!"
You guys just won. Like, we were the ones who told them, I think, that they won. That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our Seattle report. If you have time to go to Seattle, man, what a great town.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.